Hi everyone, today we are going to solve minimum interval to include each query. I think we'll go straight to the visualization because it will be easy to understand the problem. So we are given a bunch of intervals. Let's say, you imagine it in a Cartesian plane, right? So we are given these intervals and we are given these red dots. These are queries, right? So these numbers are given. Now, what we have to find is for each of these queries, whatever are the lines that coincide with the query. For example, this query 0, the value of the value given is 2. This is query 0, right? So for this query, the lines that coincide through the query are this yellow line and the green line. So of these, we have to return the line that is of minimum length. For example, this query, right? It coincides with these three lines. Of these three lines, the yellow is the minimum. So that is what we need to return as answer for this query. And for let's take the example of this, right? So there is no coinciding of any of these intervals. So we will return -1 for this query. So I know let me maybe go to the last slide to show what the answers are, right? So for this query, the answer is 3, which is this yellow line. Again, for this one, it is 3. For this one, it is 1 because there is a query that is 4 comma 4. It is just a dot. Sorry, there is an interval that is 4 comma 4. This is just a dot, right? So that is what is taken as the answer here. And in here, there is only one line that is going, that is like, crossing this particular query. So the answer is this one line, the length of it, which is 4. And for this point, it is -1 because there is no intervals that, coincide with this. So how do we solve this? Let's like, go to the beginning. Uh, so if you look at the solution, right, the very first thing that we do is sort both the intervals, whatever is the input intervals that are given, and we sort the queries that are given. So it is not apparent in the visual because the visual anyway, gives it in order, but the intervals are like, might not be sorted. So we sort this, and also we sort the queries, both the inputs we sort. Now, what we do is we initialize, a -1, default as an answer, so that like, in case we are not able to find anything, it like, value for that particular query index is -1. We initialize a heap. So when we go into the loop, right, we go one query at a time. Okay, so that is what we are doing. We are going into the loop, and this loop has 3 sections. We initialize a min heap, so I'm representing the min heap in this band. So the first thing that we do is, let's take the example of this first query. The query is 2, right? So any line that has a start point on or before our query will be pushed to the min heap. So what are the start points that are on or before our query? These 3, right? So all 3 will be pushed to the min heap. So that is the first section. The next section is we need to pop out all the lines that we have in the min heap that have an end point that is lesser than our query. Okay, so because we cannot factor this particular interval as an answer candidate because it ends even before the query starts, right? So that is what this section is about. So the first line is popped out of the query. Now, once that happens, we know that whatever we have in the min heap is, are all the lines that coincide with our query. So we go to the next section, which is just if the heap is still has some elements, we return the top, right? So we return the value of the top. In our case, the size is 3. So the answer for query, this query is answer equals 3. So we go to the next query. Now, are there any new intervals that need to be added to the min heap? Yes, we do, because this start point coincides with our query. So we add this line to our min heap. Now again, is there anything, we go to the next section, is there anything that we need to pop out? We don't. So whatever is the top here of the min heap, That becomes our answer, which is 3. We go to the next query, and same thing. But yeah, there is one, if you look at this, right, there is a 1 4 cross 4 interval that is not a line but a dot. So that gets pushed as the top of the heap, and then that is our answer. We go to next query, and like there is nothing new for us to add into the heap, but there are a bunch of intervals that we need to remove from the min heap. So we remove them, and what is left here, that is the top of the heap, and that is the answer. We go to the next query. Now there are no intervals that are coinciding with this query. We keep popping the heap till it's empty, and if heap is there, we get an answer. Otherwise, it stays as a default value, which is -1. So that is our answer, and we are done with our program. Hope this was helpful. See you in our next video. Thank you.